played football for the Marine Corps, and I was selected as the MVP of the league for that year. And as an award for that, I was sent to the NFL draft to kind of spectate. And while I was there, I just, luck of the draw, one of the gentlemen that works at the NFL happened to be a former Marine sergeant, and he decided to ask me if I wanted to make a draft pick while we were backstage. And of course I said yes. So I just waited back there for the opportunity to make the pick, and it was fortunate enough I got Russell Wilson. I think I was getting a picture with Barry Sanders, and Willie said, "Hey, who's the LSU fan?" I said, "Oh, that's me." He's like, "Oh, Les Miles is in the green room." And as soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh, no way." So I grabbed the nearest person I knew was working there on the backstage area, and I just asked her if she would take me back and introduce me to Les Miles. Then he gave me all the information I needed to know as far as where to send my highlight tape and who I needed to talk to. He was the most encouraging. He's all about me coming on. He was didn't have a negative thing to say at all. I got the phone call, so I stepped outside, and it was Coach Nader, and he told me that they had a spot open on the team, and was wondering if I was interested in coming to play football for LSU, which is so funny to hear that he asked me the question if I wanted to come play, knowing that it was just a dream of mine, the greater part of my life. Pretty sure I just started running through the backyard, jumping up and down, and my wife was just kind of looking at me kind of silly. So the first time I walked into the LSU facility, the ops facility, was I was just coming in to try and get more acquainted. I met with Coach Nader, and he brought me downstairs to the locker room. I was just standing there, they were putting the helmet and pads on me, but the most surreal part of the whole thing was I felt like there was a camera in the corner of the room, and I was looking at myself through that camera, watching them put these pads and helmet on me like it was just like a dream, almost like you just see yourself when you're dreaming. All of the cool things that have happened up to that point was awesome, but that was the most out-of-body, surreal experience I had. It had a lot of experiences a lot of these younger kids haven't had, and it was really a real blessing to be able to share those things with them, and then for them to be able to just listen intently on what I had to say and really act on the things I was saying. And so we all just became a really good group of friends. You learn that there's no age barrier when you're all teammates. You're all fighting for the same goal. It's just like being in the Marines. We're all fighting to win the war, and here there are wars at every football game, every Saturday they're out there fighting. I never came in with an expectation to get into any games or do anything, so every time I stepped on the field during practice, it was game time for me. I went 100%. I gave them all I could give. Not the biggest, not the strongest, maybe not the fastest, but I definitely gave everything I could so that they were prepared for whatever guy came out and gave them all they could. I'm Luke Boyd, former LSU football player, and had another label while playing for the Tigers, active U.S. Marine. Read about it in Walking with Tigers.
Follow on Twitter at LSU Tigers Book. Books to Schools program made possible by statewide partner Walk-Ons and regional partner Business First Bank.